Okay, so Fox Rewards, what's it all about? So Fox Rewards and Mental Health is a web-based portal that encourages users to achieve goals and rewards them with points and levels up and cryptocurrency. So it's a gamification system. It will be free to you, to the users, and it will be aimed to be as decentralized and as open as possible. Now, the system is aiming to improve people's fitness, the mental health and mindfulness. I know these are completely massive topics. Now, it will do this by gently providing different goals for users to achieve, and the system will integrate with various hardware devices like Fitbit, local places of interest, such as gyms, beauty spots, online areas. The goals themselves, they will be in terms of, say, for fitness, you will earn a goal by earning 5,000 steps per day or 10,000 steps a day. And the artificial intelligence behind the system will mean the system is absolutely unique to the individual user. So if you're not a very fit person, maybe you'll just achieve 1,000 steps a day. Or if you're a very fit person, then it'll try and push you a little bit further. And it will always aim to try and push you about 5% extra during the week. It will, there'll be various ways of earning points. Not everybody will be into fitness. There'll be awards for listening to podcasts. If you're a walker, just walking to a local beauty spot, listening to meditation videos or books, or attending courses, and there's lots that interconnects the three different genres together. The rewards themselves, so like I say, they'll be achieved for they'll be given to people for achieving the goals, and they'll be cumulative as well. So if you achieve your steps one day, 5,000 steps one day, and then 5,000 steps the next day, you'll get a bonus for achieving that 2 days. You'll have level ups. So once you've earned so many points, you'll go to the next level, and again you'll start achieving badges, and then eventually you'll be rewarded by cryptocurrency. And the cryptocurrency is the Cardano ADA token. Now this was a system that I've had in mind for the last 5 years, but it was just missing that sizzle, as they say, when you're building a product. So let's say your product is a sausage, you sell the sizzle, and I've always had the missing piece, and the missing piece for this system, I believe, is the cryptocurrency, is the Cardano. So I actually started this project back in January, and built the team there, and it's been 9 months in the making so far. So once you get your rewards, there's various ways of spending those rewards. We will have a shop where you can cash in and get discounts from various shops and various partners that we want to build with the system. You'll be able to trade them in for discounts on courses and gym membership. Next year, I'm sure gyms will be open again. Currently at the moment, so they're not with the Rona going around. And the cryptocurrency that you earn, the ADA token, it's your own. You can remove it, put it in your own wallet. You can do whatever you want with it. It will have, like I say, it's a web-based, so it will give you nice feedback. The interface is a modern, responsive web-based that works on mobile or works on desktop, laptop. It's everywhere you go. And the system, like I say itself, with the artificial intelligence behind it, will reward you and try and push you to that different level. So to begin with, obviously, while you're new to the system, you just go for a daily level 1, and maybe you'll just do 7,000 steps a day. But if you push yourself that a little bit further, you'll be rewarded. You'll get to level 2, level 3. So the roadmap itself is to complete the fitness area of the website and achieve the minimum viable product. We want to partner with a number of gyms, health facilities, and build the e-commerce side and the booking course for the system. We want to partner with a number of schools and local football teams, netballs, and encourage fitness of children. And the mental health and the mindfulness side will be built later on following further funding of the system. And once the project is self-reliant, we recognize this is a really ambitious project, and what we don't want to do is go and try and achieve everything from day one and then put massive risk on the project failing. So we're going to go for the fitness to begin with, but we are very aware that fitness is good for some people, but other people that struggle with mental health and mindfulness, they will want to attack the system in a different way, which I'll get onto in a minute. So the whole topic, like I say, brings into so many different areas of mental health, physical health, and these all do interlink together. So it's a really complicated area. The overall goal when the whole system is built is you will be presented within the system of a really basic questionnaire of how do you feel today, and maybe your goal today will be you might want to achieve 5,000 or 6,000 steps today, and you might do that for 4 or 5 days. But then on some other days, depending on your mental health, there could be days when you don't even want to get out of bed. So 4 or 5 days you're on a complete fitness high, and then on that 5th day the system will adjust, and instead of fitness, because that's the last thing you'll be thinking about, it will try and take you down more mindful techniques, looking into maybe giving you some podcast or some helping or to some support. We want to build up a decentralized partner network and capture the whole ethos of Cardano being decentralized. So there'll be user-based content. When people struggle, they don't necessarily want to speak to other people or to the authorities. So self-help, I think, would be a really important part of the ecosystem. But obviously then when you are ready to move on to that next step, or maybe the system is recognizing that there might be need some intervention, that there will be the useful numbers where you can move on to onto that next level. But I believe that a lot of the user-based content, which will be censored, and it won't just allow people just to put things up. It will be moderated. I think it will be a really unique part of the system that can be really helpful for people when they just need something just to get out, just to get them through the next day. Like I say, the system itself can expand to all different levels. What we're doing here is we're building a business here that will be around 20, 30, 40, 50 years and beyond. So I don't want to achieve everything within the first 6 months or 1 year, which is why I've not asked for money. Something like this will obviously take a lot of development over time, and I want it to evolve organically. If we don't get to achieve the mental health or the well-being for a couple of years from now, that's not a problem at all. I want the project to succeed, so the project will go at a pace that it needs to go. So the team itself, I'm self-funding the project at the moment. I have been since January. All my team members are loyal team members that I've worked with over the last 20 years. Some of them I've only met over the last few years. We all have full-time jobs. This is something that we're working on part-time, and the goal is eventually to turn this into a full-time job for everyone and attract other developers onto the system. We have a really good founding team. And we have, I believe, enough to get the project at least to the first goal of the fitness website to be built.
Okay, 30 seconds left.
Okay, and yes, so what will success look like? To have the fitness area built, to have the shop working with a small number of partners, and to build on with the gyms. And that's my presentation. I do have two other proposals that are very similar within here, but this is the main one.
Excellent.
Thanks
And
for
that's
listening.
time.
Okay.
All right. You can get and bring that screen share down.
Yep. How do I do that?
Just top center of the, there you go. You got it. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Rob. That was Rob's presentation up to that point. Next, we have 5 minutes for questions from the gauntlet. Rob, my first question is a very brief one.
Yep.
I use those mindfulness audio when I have a long drive or if I'm driving to and from work and I'm not feeling good about things. I'll turn on a mindfulness audio, and they have a very small fee. The ones that I have, they were maybe $1.99 or some very, very small fee, or they're on Spotify, and I've got a paid premium Spotify. So my question is, if you're going to provide those videos, would the user be able to use their rewards to purchase additional videos, or I mean additional audios, for example? Or how's that going to work? Like, how can I get more audio content, or are you going to use open source content for the mindful?
Yes, both. I mean, the system itself has to be sustainable. So there will have to be an element where it builds itself. So there will be an option to partner up and to pay for those videos, even if it's just an affiliate scheme. But yeah, absolutely. I want the system to have as much user-based content as possible. So I will not be pushing anyone down a paid version. So there'll be lots of free content on there. And I myself, yes, every now and again I go and listen to a nice meditation, but I think it really helps on an evening. If you can't sleep, it's great for children as well. We just lie there and we'll just listen to a 10-minute pod, and it's amazing how you just get into a habit and just drop off.
Thank you.
Rob, so kudos to you for self-funding the project, but I also wanted to add, how is this sustainable as far as ADA rewards for all the users on your platform? I mean, you mentioned things about partnering with certain like Fitbit or certain things to measure distance or steps taken in one day, but that can easily be gamed by anyone who, you know, there are so many bots in crypto and so many people that would create fake accounts just to drain up whatever ADA supply you had. So how is it sustainable to give out these rewards?
Well, the ADA itself will be generated. I mean, we will put money into state pools, so we will generate free ADA. We will every time we earn commission of people joining via partners, or if people book a course and the organization pays us, we will again accumulate ADA in the background. We you know, I'm 20 years in as a developer, so I'm aware of all kinds of scams that goes on. So that the number one thing that we're building into the system is we don't want people to cheat, nor do we want to be cheated ourselves, which is why we're looking at building in Fitbits, because we believe that's going to be very difficult and for people to try and cheat these systems. But again, we will be building software in to look at insights, and if we see a pattern, we'll close it down and we will learn from it. It's like all software problems. So you will have these issues, and it's just how you adapt to them.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, minute and a half left. Any questions from the gauntlet? Chris, Stephen, Geronimo, anybody?
So go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's a lot. It's great, and I like the idea of it being linked to, you know, piggybacking off of existing tech that's out there like Apple Watch and Fitbit. I'm more concerned, or the little red flag was waving in my head about, like, on the back end, the kind of the two-way marketplace between all these people that are using it and generating rewards, and then the reward, the things that they can purchase with it. Essentially, do you have, you know, I know marketplaces are nice, and it seems like a no-brainer. Like if you build it, they will come. But in practice, it's usually a lot more difficult than that. Do you feel like that's enough of an incentive for people to come on board? And two, what's the strategy behind kind of seeding both sides of the marketplace at the same time?
We
Yeah,
got 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I think that the key to this will be the partners. So the gyms, this will be an incentive with the insurance companies as well, that wanted to get people back into fitness, wanting to give them extra mental health. So the funding will come from these other companies. They will use our tool as part of one of their many tools. And it'll be an advantage to joining their gym, because you will get access to this system that they will pay us a small commission for, which will give the system free to the users. And you know, the marketplace itself may generate some money. You know, we might sell the odd Fitbit here and there, but really we're not counting on that. We're counting on the revenue coming from the partners.
Okay, that's time. All right. Okay, thank you, Rob. Philippe, you want to take us over to chat and see if we get questions over there?
Okay. Let's see. I guess you touched on this earlier, but if you want to expand, from Phil Lewis, where does the reward ADA come from and who supplies it? So maybe touch on to that initial. Is that what the fund that you're asking for? Is that the amount that you're asking for funding the actual rewards, or is it for funding the project? Or would you come back later for that reward money where you could start distributing?
Yeah, well, the rewards themselves, as we're generating income, that income will be fed back into the system. So we will constantly be purchasing ADA, and we will be staking it. So there'll be lots of ways of us generating ADA, and I think that's probably the main area that we're generating ADA, purchasing it ourselves and staking it.
Okay. Rick, do you see any more questions from chat?
Nope, not really in the form of a question. It was just the main one was from who will pay for this ADA to feed the system. Was that covered pretty well?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
So I have a quick outside question. So are you going to be you touched on using your own types of rewards. Is it just going to be ADA, or are you going to release some sort of NFT within that system to give people Fox points or something like that? Or is it just going to be ADA rewards?
Yes, there is multiple levels. So the first levels is, we are calling them Fox rewards. They are, I suppose, that within the system themselves, that they're just held within the database, but there is no reason why we can't turn that into NFTs and build our own coin. It's not something at the moment that we have available, because we're obviously new to the space. And once that's built, we built within the Cardano network. So we're waiting for the ecosystem to evolve, and the system will evolve and take full advantage of whatever Cardano offers us.
Excellent, thank you. You know, one thing we didn't touch on was the physical fitness part. If I were to go run 5 kilometers, would I get a little bit of a reward somehow?
Yes, you would.
All right.
You
It could get distance traveled. Is there any privacy thing? You'll have settings in there, so if I turn on my location or turn off my location, it will have the same privacy settings as the Android or Apple device, or how does that work?
No, we don't take any of the location whatsoever. All we receive from Fitbit is the total number of steps. That's all we go off, very minimum.